एक सिमर एक सिमर एक सिमर प्यारे कल कल.
We learned in the different languages that Gurughar talks about. We learned over and over that you have to become a Gurmukh, you have to do Simran, and you have to do Naam to win and conquer the mind. And he tried to learn, he knew that he had to do Sangat as well. So he read another book which says, Lak Churasi Partya Dolab Janam Payoe. That you receive this body. Like, does anybody know the transmigration? Like how we take, there's different bodies, there's birds, there's cows, there's lions, right? And so what happens is, can somebody describe? So,
and then when you get born, you upside down praying to God, then you can have a chance to make decisions. So that's why we
yeah, so the...
promises to God. Then you forget.
Yeah, that's true.
You actually ask God that you want to forget all the glory moments as an animal. They just want to experiment.
Yeah, so transmigration, or we have different bodies that our spirit, some call it soul, but our spirit, our light, because we came from Sikh. We have to go through different bodies to get this human life. Now, the difference between a human life and all other lives is that the human life is special because we can use it to be Bhai, right?
What happens if you don't connect to God?
So there's 8.4 million life forms, right? So depending, we're going to explain that, but depending on where your mind was when you're alive, when you die, they will judge based on what you did in your life. And based on that, you'll either go become a fish or something under the water. Depending on where your thoughts are, or you can become something on the land, like a bear or a tiger or something, or you become like a bird, or you can even become a ghost. Or if you're lucky and God wants to give you another chance, so He may give you a human birth again.
What happened?
And if you played very well and you won the game, you're back with God. Right?
It's all about where our mind is. So Gurughar talks about one of the shouts where Gurughar says, if our last moment before we die, if not in our life we haven't met God, but say we haven't met God, but then we're about to die, the last thought that we have, if it's for example about money, there's snakes that actually just stay around treasure and around that area. So you'll take your birth in that your spirit, your light will be in that body, right, in the next life form. Otherwise, if you're thinking about your property, then you'll become a ghost that haunts that property, right? So you'll be a spirit that just stays around that area. But if Guru Di Kirpa, if through the grace of a God, that our last thought before we die is about Vaheguru, about the eternal one, then we'll become immersed with Vaheguru, right? And then we'll break this life cycle. But for some Sikhs, they're able to do this before they even die. They're able to merge into Vaheguru, and that's what we're here to learn about. How are we going to merge into Vaheguru before we even die? But we want our mind to die, not before our body. Let's go and die, right?
You have a question? It's up to God at that point. Like Govind he went to God in his previous life, right? And then when he was there, God said, I want to send you back because here's some seva that we want you to do. Right? So God can be like, okay, I need to send a Gurmukh. This area, there's nobody believing in God anymore. So he'll be like, okay, let's send a Gurmukh there. He'll call you and say, okay, I need you to go there and do this duty for me. happened?
So like some of the, there's a lot of things that we've seen that Guru Sahib talks about. Guru Sahib wants us in Gurbani to learn how to practice and become closer to God. So then all these different questions we have that are specific, we'll realize and we'll experience ourselves, right? So Guru Sahib says that when we're with Vaheguru, when we're part of Vaheguru, we can't really describe holy because it's beautiful, it's infinite. There's no way, there's nothing else that we can really compare it to within this world to describe it as. So that's why some questions are really like, once you get there you'll know, right, how it feels like, or but Guru Sahib, he does describe it as really blissful, and a lot of other things that come on the way.
Just take away this part that you guys are all human and you have this opportunity, and you guys can all do it if you want to, and if you want to put your mind towards it. But you just have to understand what the rules are for the ground section, right, and how to get there. So let's carry on with SpongeBob's adventure.
हर एक सिमर एक सिमर प्यार